Hi, I'm Rob Hatch, the new owner of Arizona Dodge, formerly Hatch Brothers. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by Arizona Dodge and see why we're different than any other dealer in the Gila Valley. I look forward to seeing you here. Thank you.
The Pima Roughriders rode down to Thatcher on Saturday to take on the Eagles in their homecoming game. After getting a ride in a LifeNet helicopter, the Thatcher Eagle delivered the game ball to the ref, and we were off. Pima opened the game with its own air attack with a 30-yard pass from Josh Whitaker to Trey Thompson into Thatcher territory. Whitaker was sacked on the very next play by Leighton Alder, however, and then Tyler Roebuck recovered a fumble to give the ball to Thatcher. The Eagles tried a little chicanery on their first play, but the Rough Riders were ready for it and bottled up Jack Cortston for a 15-yard loss. On 4th down and 3 from Pima's 41, Thatcher has a busted play and Roebuck dives into the hole but comes up just short, and Thatcher turns the ball over on downs. Thatcher got the ball back on a punt after Pima went 3 and out, and Roebuck got a big block from Quentin Turley to spring him. On 3rd and 6, Roebuck just gets it off to Alder, but Alec Judd makes a nice play on the ball to knock it down, and Thatcher was forced to punt. Pima was then forced to punt as well, but Roebuck couldn't handle the short high kick, and Pima's Braden Brown hopped on that potato for the Rough Riders. On 4th and 8 from the 11-yard line, Pima then drew first blood as Whitaker zipped a pass into Brown for the score, and Pima led after one quarter, 6-0. With Thatcher threatening at 1st and goal from the 10, Roebuck loses the handle, whoop, and Frank Gutierrez recovers the offering at Pima's own 17. On 3rd and 8, Whitaker drops back and completes a nice big 42-yard pass to Thompson. Pima would get into the red zone, but a penalty pushed them back, and they would turn the ball over on downs. On 4th down and 2 from Pima's 43, Brock Jones is met head-on by linebacker Ryan Lewis, who pushes Jones back. The officials measure, but for the second time, Pima stops Thatcher on 4th and short. Pima then threatened again with a 37-yard pass from Whitaker down to the 10-yard line, but Whitaker just missed Dylan Jones in the end zone, and the Rough Riders came up empty in the red zone again. With Thatcher driving, Turley just can't get a handle on the pitch from Roebuck, whoop, and Pima's Alex Madero recovers to give the Rough Riders excellent field position on Thatcher's 5th turnover of the first half. With about 1:30 to go in the half, Pima gave it right back as Cortston intercepted Whitaker at Thatcher's 17. On the very next play, and with time running out in the half, Roebuck sets back and lets loose a bomb, but nobody covered Turley as he released from the backfield. He's all alone, and he waltzes in for the 83-yard touchdown, punctuating it with a track and field lean at the end. The teams then went into halftime knotted up at 6 points apiece. Thatcher must have eaten its Wheaties at halftime because the Eagles came out in the 3rd quarter with a new drive and purpose. Here, Turley gets tangled up with his own player and falls on him, but his knee never hits the ground. The refs call the play dead, however, as it was hard to see at game speed that Turley actually never went down. On play action, Roebuck then goes back to pass and just gets it away on time, and Cortston manages to gain control and get that 1 foot down in bounds for a 27-yard gain on 3rd down. Then it was Turley's time to dance with the grass again. This time the refs don't call him down, and he makes it 1st and goal. Thatcher didn't get a penalty for having an extra player on the field since he was a dog. This isn't a Disney film after all. And then Brock Jones scored from the 2 through a hole a semi could drive through. The Eagles then converted the 2-point attempt on seemingly the same play and had their first lead of the night, 14-6. On Pima's 2nd play from scrimmage in the second half, Thatcher's Bretton Dodge comes up from his linebacker spot and dislodges the ball. Cortston then picks up the loose potato on one hop and takes it to the house, giving Thatcher a 22-6 lead. Pima bounced right back, however, and Whitaker dances around a bit and then hits a wide-open Braden Brown for the 54-yard touchdown, and Pima fights back 22-12. Then it was Thatcher's turn as Brock Jones takes the handoff down the right side, and he could go all the whoop! Hey, who cuts this field anyway, as Jones trips over a blade of grass on his way for 6. Jones then got the call on 3rd and goal from the 3 and punched it in, giving Thatcher a 30-12 lead. A scary moment occurred as Braden Brown goes over the middle and Turley makes sure the pass isn't completed. The Pima coaches wanted a targeting call as they thought Turley led with his helmet on a defenseless receiver, but the refs didn't see it that way and kept their flags in their pockets. Brown would get up unfazed. After a Pima punt, Roebuck drops back with play action and hits Cordston wide open for the 34-yard TD and extends the Eagles' lead to 38-12. Still in the third quarter, Pima continues to fight back, and Aaron Judd bobbles the ball but then hauls in a 27-yard pass from Whitaker. Watch how the ball bounces, and then Judd manages to bring it in for the catch. Roebuck stopped the threat at the end of the third quarter, however, by playing center field and intercepting Whitaker's pass in the end zone. After a nice run to get out of the hole, Turley gets taken down hard on the arm and immediately gets up favoring that arm and heads to the bench. Slow motion replay clearly shows Turley was dragged down by that arm and not his face mask as yelled out by a Thatcher fan. Turley later returned to the game. Roebuck then notched Thatcher's 6th consecutive touchdown as he followed his blockers around the right side on a quarterback keeper 22 yards to pay dirt to make it 46-12. Thatcher then got the ball back on an interception by Javon Montoya for Pima's 7th turnover of the night, and later capitalized as Jones somehow breaks free of one tackle, then shakes off another, and it's off to the races, and they're not gonna catch him as he goes 47 yards for the score to put Thatcher up 52-12. Pima continued to play hard, however, and Braden Brown took this handoff around the left side, and he could go all the way to the 16-yard line on his 59-yard run. Whitaker then found Brown in the back of the end zone for a 16-yard touchdown, and the catch ended the scoring on the night as Thatcher owned the second half on its way to a 52-20 victory.
When they came back the second half, they marched the ball on us. I don't know if we came out flat or whatever, but that hurt. But then when we fumbled, they recovered it, picked it up, ran it in. That really took the wind out of our sails. And not saying we shouldn't have came back, but playing so good of a first half where you're playing back and forth, and then knowing what it takes to put points on the board, to have to come back from 2 scores, pretty tough. But hey, they played their hearts out. That's all the coach can ask for. We'll regroup. I'd love to see him again, to be honest with you. I think we can regroup, correct a lot of things, and come back out and play some football.
Reporting from Thatcher for Gila Valley Central, I'm John Johnson.